Welcome into another edition of the Danny Ice Podcast. I'm Dan Dirty, joined by Anas Abdurrahman. We start off in La Liga, where the Real Madrid picked up maximum points at Banca Balaidos. And hey, guess what? The so-called golfer Gareth Bale wasn't at the Golf Open Championship this time. He was actually running at defenders, and it looks like he's getting the love again. But Anas, what's Gareth Bale's performance? Would that change his relationship with Zidane and the fans?
I don't think the problem is only performance. So many injuries, so many problems with Zidane, his salary. Madrid tried to get rid of him, but he didn't find anyone willing to pay his salary and his fee. Therefore, the best solution for both parties is re-bullish the image of Bale. Then try to sell him again.
Yeah, try to sell him probably a bit cheaper, you know. Well, after the game, this is what Zidane had to say. He's going to stay, and we all have to think of that as a positive thing. He also went on to say, Eden Hazard's injury was hard, but was bad luck for us, but it didn't change the plans we had for Bale. Gareth Bale and everyone else is going to show this shirt a bit of respect it deserves. I don't really get this. A few weeks ago, Bale was unwanted, and Zidane was basically wanting him out of the club. Clearly, he's gonna have to leave the club, and he's fast forward 3.5 weeks. He's talking about staying. Could it be Hazard's injury has played a key role in the sudden turn of heads?
No, actually, I believe Real Madrid find out there is no solution for this case. It's just rebuild the image of Gareth Bale and show him as a part of the team.
Right.
We want him to stay and score. He is a good player. Then we will try to sell him in the summer.
Right.
Maybe with best price.
Right. But then, do you think he's going to keep performing like this till summer?
No.
But remember, the price is going to go down as well.
You speak about 6 seasons for Gareth Bale with Real Madrid. 6 seasons. A lot of injuries. He just played 10 or maybe sometimes 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So you cannot rebuild the image of Gareth Bale. But you will try to find some maybe clubs, desperate clubs like United or Chelsea. They just want any player.
Yeah. Well, no way will Bale steal Real Madrid if I'm his agent. Nearly every transfer window, the club seems to come up with a reason or two to get him out. I must admit, I like the way he goes about it, to be honest. He comes on with a fire in these moments. Like he kind of performs when
he will try to prove the problem wasn't me. The problem is that there is a lot of changes happened the last season. And you can't blame me because some injuries or something like that. I deserve the chance.
How many times are you gonna get injured in a season? That's a bit unheard of, is it?
Yes,
and apparently I had during his injuries.
Right, but sometimes it's about psychology. It's not just about the mentality play a role.
Right.
When Ronaldo was nobody care about Gareth Bale, so he just stay in the bench and maybe play golf.
Apparently that's what he does. When he's meant to be doing rehabs and stories like that.
But now there is a lot of pressure on Gareth Bale, and I don't think he deserves another chance. But maybe he can change the image.
Well, no one's going to buy him with that amount of price anyway. So, still in Spain, Barcelona are 10-11 favorites to win the La Liga. Real Madrid 11-8. Atletico Madrid 6-1. And Valencia 150-1. That's a bit tempting. Maybe I should go for it. And hope for Leicester, maybe. A goal from Alvaro Morata sealed out 3 points for Atletico Madrid when they hosted Getafe. A game that had everything. 2 red cards and a missed penalty. Surprisingly, what stole the headlines and everyone in Madrid is talking about is that little fella, João Felix, nutmeg. And that's have you seen that nutmeg? It's ridiculous. Like he had no respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I would say something about Atletico Madrid because you jumped here. I hope or I wish Atletico Madrid do better in the
coming season,
performance in the coming match because I don't know in the preseason
they were very
we
good.
Watch attack style, a lot of chances, a lot of goals. In this game, it's like Simeone back to his habit.
His defending habits, exactly. That's what I was thinking as well. Like
it's just to score and go back
to defend,
fight, and so I don't know what's the problem with Simeone.
I think Simeone is he just loves the defending. There's nothing else he could do. But you can't get through a whole season with that style.
Maybe he afraid because it's the first match and he want to get 3 points. For me, Atletico Madrid is still favorite.
Still favorites?
Yes, still favorite, but we want to see.
Honestly, I think he would have to change the style because you can't play a whole season like that. It's going to be disaster. When you come up against Barcelona,
João Felix could play a great role in this. I don't know if you have seen João Felix when. He's
that Benfica?
No. Against Getafe.
All right.
He just launched.
Oh yeah,
rocket.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. The guy is actually, but
he gets plenty and Morata. I don't know why Morata.
Yeah.
He deserve it to take this plenty because he made everything.
Right. Yeah, but. I don't see Atletico surviving on the performance of João Felix the whole season. You can't rely on João Felix. I know he's a good player, but he's still not experienced enough to me. To
yes, but you maybe forget about Costa with João Felix with Morata. His head, he has a golden head. He just score with. By his head always. So with the driver on the right, he just cross or passes. For Morata, I think there is a lot of goals by head.
Oh yeah, he's a good header of the ball. So basically, this is what basically happened. João Felix, talking about the nutmeg, he received a pass wide, right, and then. He must have done a step over, half step over, what you would have to call it. And there was one guy, one Getafe player that tried to basically stop him, and was Arambari. He dribbled past him, and then came another guy, Faikal, and then somewhere he managed to go past him as well on a solo run and into the box, and he got fouled. And that's how they had. What was it called? The penalty, and Alvaro Morata went on to miss.
That's what when I said about João Felix. He's a great player, but the problem with the match, it's like wrestling more than it's football.
Okay.
I don't know. There is 2 red cards, a lot of yellow
cards. It's been a week of red cards everywhere.
Even João Felix, the first match, he's injured.
Wow.
So.
Away from La Liga into the Premier League. Oh dear. Lampards' first home game ended in a disappointment. 1-1 against Leicester. It's now 3 home games without a win against Leicester. And there's a trend here. Chelsea seemed to play much better in the first half. We all saw that against Manchester United the other weekend. And the Liverpool game. And now Leicester. What could be wrong?
disappointing result. I want to say
just a quick one.
3 or 4 goals in this game at least for Chelsea. They have the motive to prove maybe it's a tough start with Liverpool and Manchester United, but with the game of Leicester there is a problem with the tactics. They start Russia out in the first half. They play good, a lot of chances, but effective. There's no scores. It's just miss a chance a lot. And when you go to the second half, they just back to defense and concede goals. So I think it is the idea. It's for Lampard. It's the same with Ole. We pressure in the first half, get 1 or 2 goals, and in the second half we depend on counter attacks. Yes,
but for how long is that going to work?
But there is different maybe approach between Ole and Lampard. Ole depend on the long ball. Pogba always cross the long ball for fastest player like Rashford, Martial. In this case, when we speak about Chelsea, there is no system for counter attack. It's just maybe short pass, and they always failed. So I don't know. I don't expect this result. And if they still like that, he will get sacked soon possible.
I wouldn't want to think it's fitness because those guys look fit. They don't look like they lack a bit of fitness. But the fans are getting frustrated now and then. It's only 2 games in. It doesn't look like it doesn't look good for Lampard. Well, I guess it's about time he starts finding a way to get results. If not, it's his presence in Chelsea won't last.
I think when we saw the performance with Manchester United and Liverpool, we think it's just time. But when I have seen Leicester and Chelsea, there is a lot of a problem. The modern manager like Lampard and Ole, they have ideas, but they're not good enough in tactics.
But
it's just the idea of pressure, maybe make a chance in the first half, but there is no tactics.
Are we not being hard on Lampard? Because we saw Eden Hazard left the club. He couldn't make transfers. The team's got literally a young squad. He's got.
You should be hard because I don't know. He start first game with Abraham. He's a good attacker. And then it changed with Giro. So his choices. There is a lot of question about his choices. The first game without Kante. All people ask him why Kante is not here. And after that,
apparently Kante was injured, so you could give him the benefit of the doubt.
I don't think it's about injured. He tried to use the young people, and he think, yes, I am Guardiola. I can build. I can build the team from the youth. But I'm not sure about Lampard anymore.
Well, let's Norwich. These are the next games. Norwich, Sheffield United next. Certainly, he would want to use these games to redeem himself, I guess. If not, that will be the end of him. Anyway, on the flip side, another manager at the moment it looks all rosy from. Do you want to add something
about?
Or the Chelsea?
I would say about Chelsea. Now he just get 1 point. Sheffield match, it's important a lot.
But it's an easy game. It's a winnable. I wouldn't say it's easy. It's winnable.
I want to say easy, but we assume the match of Leicester would be easy, depending on the performance against Liverpool.
Yeah.
You scored 2 goals against Liverpool. A great performance. So I wouldn't say easy, because Sheffield until now get 3 points
against Palace, and no one saw that coming.
Yes.
So well, like I said, on the flip side, another manager at the moment that it looks all rosy from the start of the season is Unai Emery, and 2 wins in 2. Are we looking at a side that could be challenging in the Premier League? And maybe winning the title seems a bit too far, but realistically, top 4.
We will know the answer the next match with Liverpool.
That's true. Yeah,
this is the real exam.
The real test. Yeah,
real test for Emery. I think the result is very good until now, but the performance, there is a lot of question mark.
And I'm actually pleased with the team. When looking at them going forward, they look more confident. They look more, how would I say, a bit more lethargic. And defensively, they don't look right defensively because they've conceded a goal.
I think he changed the style of Arsenal. No position anymore. Counter attack.
Attacks,
yes, dependent on luck. So we want to watch a match of with Liverpool.
Okay.
And we can decide it after that.
Well, talking about Liverpool, they've made 2 wins out of 2. Clearly, this seems they have learnt a bit of lesson from last season's disappointment. You might ask, what lessons are we talking about? Now, this season, they haven't been great in certain games, but they seem to find a way to get a win. Last season, these games were games they hardly got a win, and they end up getting points. And in turn, ended up accumulating a lot of draws in their season, and that actually lost them the title. Now, on us, did you see the same thing against Southampton the other day?
I think Liverpool focus now on result more than performance.
Right.
They try to keep energy to difficult matches. They try to be more efficient. It's just score and that's it. It's finished. Not like before. Before it's like more. They offer you more entertainment.
Yeah.
Try to
just
score
grind the results.
The difficult way. Pressure all time. You see diversity in performance.
Right.
Now it's just to try to get results by Sadio Mane, maybe shot from outside
the box or something.
Or something.
Yeah.
It just they focus on result. They want the title.
Yeah.
They don't think about people think, it's a great team, how they play that, like Guardiola team or something like that. They focus on the result and get the title because at the least all people speak about who's win and who's lost.
Now, you did mention Sadio Mane. You did talk about Sadio Mane. Now, generally, I think Sadio Mane will be so key to Liverpool's success this season. If they are to win any titles, he will be the most important player on the team.
He developed a lot.
Yeah,
a lot
over the past few years.
The last few years, he's become more mature. I think, and he's become more selfish.
Yeah,
he think about score.
I realized that as well. Like, you see, Salah's not getting the goals now, and it's looking like it's Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Salah is a bit kind of ignored. Is that right?
Because they think we did a lot of effort in the first season. Yeah. They start together, and all the credit go to Salah.
Yeah,
because he scored.
He scores,
we did a lot, and no one speak about us. So now they think, no, we should score and not give the ball to Salah to get this credit. We can get this credit by score. And that started from the last season.
And do you think if they continue like that, it would get them somewhere this season?
It's worked the last season. They get the Champions League.
Yeah, that's true. You're right though. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a big problem. It's when you have competition inside the team. Yeah, it's not a problem. The problem started when this competition turned to problems and fight between the players. For example, the problem between Cavani and Neymar about who takes the penalty.
The top scorer and so
Yes, this is a problem. But if you manage this competition inside the team, no problem.
Well said. Well, with that said, which means it's going to be a long time till we see Mohamed Salah get then 40 goals max and all that like he did 2 seasons ago. Last night on Monday Night Football, a number of incidents are making headlines instead of people talking about the actual game. The biggest of it is a penalty incident between Paul Pogba and Marcus Rashford that ended up in a miss. So this is what happened basically, right? Pogba gets fouled in the box, and referee points to the spot. Mr. Pogba steps up to take a penalty and misses. Well, before that penalty, there was a bust-up between him and Marcus Rashford. Now, no one is talking about the save Rui Patricio made, which is right wrong. Because I thought he made a very brilliant save, and he made a lot of saves in that game. Who's at fault here?
I think it's the responsibility on Ole, not on Pogba and Rashford.
You think Ole is at fault?
He should decide it before the match.
Yeah.
It's this job for Rashford, not for Pogba. We don't speak here about the save.
Right.
We speak about the record. The record for Pogba in penalty is so bad.
Yeah.
We speak about he missed about 40%.
Yeah. Penalty kicks.
Yes, he missed 4 penalty from just 11. This is bad percentage. So it's the problem is not the goalkeeper was amazing.
You think Pogba was just not good with the penalty kick, right? Was it a pretty bad penalty?
No, I think the goalkeeper was amazing.
You're right.
Really. Yeah, but the problem,
Pogba
is not good enough
to take the penalties.
To take the penalties. That's my opinion from the last season because when he started took the penalty with Mourinho, he missed 2 also or 3, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think you should give plenty for Rashford, Martial, not Pogba. Maybe you can give it to Pogba when you won 3 or 2. The penalty is not important, but in a situation like that, I prefer to give the penalty for Pogba. For example, if I am a manager for Barcelona, I will not give Messi important and decisive penalty like this. Maybe he can shot when I am win 4 or 6-0 or 2-3. It's okay, but we saw Messi. He's a great player, by the way.
Yeah.
But plenty. It's about how much you feel stress. It's not about you are a great player or not. You need a great personality.
And to be able to handle pressure as well, I guess. Yeah. We've seen Martial take spot kicks too, and this incident is not the first time. It happened last season, and it was about a free kick. Definitely, I think Ollie's got to stamp his authority here and permanently pick a penalty kicker. Taker. Because you can't tell them to go sort themselves out like he basically said after the game in an interview.
Martial is a great striker inside the box.
Yeah.
He should take he should replace Lukaku. I think he's a great striker,
right?
But just with the score,
you
can't depend on him to make chances or to make passes or maybe to manage the attack. No. You just give him the ball inside the box, and he will do everything. That's my opinion for Martial, but we should be careful before the judge on Martial and Rashford, because that happened in the last season. Everyone have maybe big moment. Yes,
big times.
Score 5-6 goals in following games in a row. But after that, he's just like absent. So and that happened also with Lingard. So we need to wait. But I think
they've got a lot of pace in that team, which is one thing I think it would be very important this season.
The best position for Martial inside the box. That's what I believe.
And push Rashford out wide.
You should push Rashford maybe behind Martial or maybe at the left wing.
All right. With that said, with that penalty we talked about, right? It brings me. I'll tell you a story, right? Now it's my football story. So this is a bit old, but I've just joined the team, right? And it was like my second game for the club. Similar to the Paul Pogba incident, I got fouled and got a pen. I decided to take the pen, and the captain of the side came running to me, and he's like, no, give me the ball, I want to take it, you're not taking it. And he's basically like properly demanding the ball. Now, this is a way to get me started at the club, so I refused to give him the ball. Like, I want to get off the mark. So I refused to give him the ball, and behind the goal were some fans who started screaming at me. Right, and they were basically saying, excuse my language, right? Give him the fucking ball, you prick. And well, that didn't stop me from giving the ball. I still took the pen, scored, and after celebrating, I looked at the touchline. There was my number was up, which means I was getting sucked out the game. my manager's took me out because I refused to take instructions from my captain. Well, at halftime, I tell you what, I wish I wasn't in that dressing room, because I really had a stake. But well, that's just by the way. Back on the United game, it's fair to say this Wolves side should be finishing yet again in European places. And this time, if better, probably looking at top four. Are we too quick on saying they could be challenging for top four, considering they've got very good record against the top 6 clubs?
You speak about
Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton.
No. I don't think that, because
after they finished last season with a European spot.
It's not about the record against the top 6. It's about all games. You have 38 games. So if you can't win in the easy games, you cannot ensure your place in top 4.
Right.
So if you look at to the winner in Premier League, not the last season, in every season, the winner, not who's win in the important game with top 6 or top 4. The winner who get point from easy matches, as Liverpool did now. So if you want to be apart or from top 4, apart of top 4, you should win in Leicester City and get a lot of points from Southampton.
And all those small games,
Yes, small games. It's more important, and I don't think Wolves can do that.
Okay. Well, enough of the Premier League and to the French Ligue 1, where our game of the day will actually be coming from. Marseille were held at Nantes And Dario Benedetto missing a penalty in that one. We are surprised defeat for Lille as well at Amiens. And it finished 1-0 to Amiens. Bordeaux drew 1-0 with Montpellier. And Monaco's troubled season kind of continues with a 3-0 defeat to Metz.
It's like a habit.
Yeah, it's looking like a habit now.
Yes.
A red card in both games so far this season. Last season, Monaco escaped relegation by a whisker, and this season it looks like they've started on 2 defeats, no goals, 2 red cards. It's not looking good. What's wrong with Monaco this season?
I think it's not the problem. Is not start with this season. It start from 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
When they sell a lot of players, like Mbappe and all the players in general to another clubs, and they think yes we can bring Henry or anyone.
Yeah, that was a funny decision, and I find that quite strange. Thierry Henry, how many games did he spend at the club? I think he didn't last the season. He got sacked.
No one remember that.
Yeah,
because the problem is not with the manager.
Right.
The problem is with the owners who think no, this is not a club. This is a company for make profits.
Okay.
So he think yes, we will look for player we can sell them. Sell them after 3 or 4 season.
Yeah.
So I think the problem will still for more or after
it
2
will
or 3
take a
season.
time. Yeah, it'll take some time
before they can
get back to winning. Well, Neymar, should I say Nîmes? Sorry, actually, lost 2-1 at home to Nice. 3 red cards in that game as well. Like, I think French league, it's on an indisciplined weekend. Toulouse also beat Dijon and go to 0. A lot of reds in the Ligue 1 at the weekend. Saint-Etienne drew 1-0 with Brest. And Reims Strasbourg finished goalless. And the game of the week, Rennes beating PSG. And it was a 16-year-old Rennes kid that stole the show. Like, he made the headlines. Eduardo Camavinga. So, have you seen any videos of that boy yet?
Yes. But I would say something about PSG.
Right.
PSG in big trouble.
Right.
Because they gave another chance for Tuchel as a manager.
I thought he was going to get sacked, and I'm surprised he's still at the club.
Yes, because when you're looking for become a great club, and you want to compete in
at the top level,
Champions League. I think the French league is not a big problem because they get 8 or I'm not sure 8 or 7 trophies.
Yeah,
something like that.
They've
the
last
on the
7
or 6
seasons. Yeah.
Yes. But the problem is with the Premier League, with this performance, with a lot of problem in the dress room with the stars,
Neymar situation.
Yes, Neymar situation. I don't think PSG can do the right job.
Yeah. I'm actually agree with you on that one. And they keep bringing in guys that they put them to play, and then the next thing you see is he's gone on loan. Nkunku is one of them who is now as a Leipzig.
Also, I doubt about. I have a lot of doubts about Tuchel because maybe he tried to say the last season the problem. I don't have a player. I need a player from. Transfer market. He has a great player, not just Neymar and
he's got a good team. Yeah.
So I don't think he have a problem in any line, but he has a problem in any line. He just make excuse. I want the players. They give him 3 or 4 players in this transfer market.
Yeah.
And I don't think that will solve the issue.
Right. So this is what basically happened earlier on in the game. And they think Cavani nearly took the lead after his header hit the post.
A little bit more direction on the header, and it would be 1-0 for PSG.
However, in the 36th minute, his effort paid off after the Rennes defense gave the ball away in the box. After an attempt to pass goalkeeper Romain Saline, 1-0 PSG.
This goal could be avoided. You don't make passes at the back if you're not good at it, or you don't play for a Pep Guardiola team.
Just before halftime, Rennes equalized, and it all started with the 16-year-old Kamavinga, who found Hamari Traore wide. He sent in a cross, and Niana on 10, beating Ariola at the bottom corner.
What a finish from Niana. Beautiful control and well placed shot.
Yet again, Kavinga sent in a cross, and there was Del Castillo to get his head on it, and it's 2-1 Rennes lead.
This kid was all over the place. The vision in making that pass is on another level, and to make it even better, the head it landed on.
So Anas, where's it going wrong for PSG? They shouldn't be losing games of this nature.
I think the problem will start from the dressing room.
Right.
Leonardo point out that the club should be more strict with the stars like Neymar. The situation of Neymar, a lot of problem with the stars. Some players want to stay, some
want to leave as well.
Leave. And we know this problem about Rabiot, who moved to Juve.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think there is a lot of problem between the owners, the manager, the administration for PSG and the players. I don't know why they pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they are a big club. But and I think there is a problem with defense.
Yeah, the defense
they
is not
easily. Maybe sometimes you look to them, think their mind outside the pitch.
Yeah. I mean, offensively, they are very great. Like they've got one of the best attacks in world football with the Kylian Mbappe, Edinson Cavani. How could they not?
But if you want
results?
if you want to win, you can't depend on just a great player. The mentality play a great role. We saw that the last season in Champions League with Manchester United.
Yeah.
How they lose in their field easily. Some people pointed out that Buffon was the problem. He caused his.
Wow.
Yes, but I don't think.
I don't think it's Buffon. Do you think it's Buffon? But he's not more there anyway.
He made the mistakes.
Yeah.
He made the mistakes, but the problem is not Buffon. The problem, I think, the mentality for player and the problem with the owner. A lot of that, and the manager. We don't we don't know a lot about Tuchel.
Tuchel, yeah.
So we should wait and see what will happen.
Yeah.
But I think replace the manager and reform the lineup should be.
Talking about replacing the manager, who would you bring in? It's you could only bring in Mourinho. He's the only available. You could also you could look at Wenger, but
Mourinho, and I think if you be more patient, you can bring Pep Guardiola.
That's right. But do you see Pep leaving?
Yes.
I think Pep will only leave if he wins Champions League.
If you give
for City,
if you give him money and give him a great club like this, it's easy to leave because he look for another adventure.
Yeah.
He was in Bayern Munich and he moved to Manchester City.
Yeah.
And now I think maybe PSG a good choice for him because he prefer a club like this. They offer
cash,
the player. They offer the player he demand.
Okay. Well, I think Pep Guardiola wouldn't want to hear that from you, calling him a money grabber. But well, with that said, it makes it all good for the league, I guess. Because the French league has been one way, so this could be a chance for the other teams in the league to show what they've got. And well, before we leave, we'll all be leaving soon. But before we do, I told you I've got a question for you, right? So,
yes.
Who holds the record for the highest number of consecutive wins in top flight football?
I don't know.
£100, by the way, if you get this right.
I don't know the team. I know it's Brazilian team, so I can mention something. Sao Paulo, Flamengo.
Right.
I'm not sure.
This I can guarantee you. This is a difficult one. You're never gonna get this.
Who's the club Neymar was play with?
Was it not Santos? Yeah.
Santos?
Yeah. No, it's not Santos.
I know a lot of...
well, do I keep my £100?
Yes, keep
okay,
it.
Right. Okay, I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to have to tell
I give up.
Well, the club is Corinthians, but wait, not just Corinthians. It's Corinthians women's team. They've got the new world record for the consecutive number of wins. And guess how many wins? 27 games unbeaten.
Yes, more football.
And guess who held the record before? It was
Brazilian team, but I don't know.
No, it was a Welsh team. The New Saints.
Yes.
From Wales. They held the record, but they actually broke the record from Ajax. Ajax held it for 44 years. And in December 2016, the Welsh team broke that record, and now the Corinthians have set a new one, beating San Jose at home on Wednesday. So,
but about football, man, you have any idea who has this record?
For the men,
I think
for the men it's still the Welsh team because they hold it. It's both men.
How many match?
26, I think.
26.
And the record now is 27, but from the Corinthians women team. So it's generally like in football, not just for men, but in general football wise, they've got the record. So they're even better than the men. That's what it means. Well, on this note again, this is where we would call it a day for this podcast. And until next time, you better stay blessed. And see you in the next episode.